Hello everybody, we're about to start round 3 of the Classic Invitational. We are playing against an affinity deck that either Games Bandy did or did not listen to our podcast in which I discussed the trump card in this matchup, Island Sanctuary, because he is playing a 1-of Spine of Ishsa on the main, which prevents me from winning with Island Sanctuary. So, that's something to keep in mind. Maybe if I have some kind of Force of Will hand that allows him to draw a million cards and I can still counter the Spine, we can make that happen. But I'm not thinking we'll be able to. That'll be a last-ditch effort in an attempt to win. This hand has an Emrakul in it, which is terrible. It's got a Brainstorm and no shuffle effects. I can, almost ramp into just hard casting this guy, but this is one of the worst hands I've ever seen. We were going to mulligan this. What about this hand? This hand is terrible, but, every hand with Oath is terrible. We'll keep this, and we're playing against Affinity. This is a pretty standard build. Genesis Chamber is something that terrifies me to my very core, and I actually think that I should probably just counter it, honestly. We'll pitch this Pondify. Pondify sucks in this matchup. Make it go away. All right. So, I feel better having countered that. Like, maybe his hand is going to suck. That's actually not horrible. But now we're just going to start giving him creatures, which is very good for him. Especially because he can just Skull Clamp. So let's find a mental misstep with Ponder here. That Lotus Petal isn't very good. We have a Brainstorm still. Is this the series of cards we want to see over the next few turns? Maybe that Wasteland is. So I'll put Lotus Petal in the bottom, then Wasteland, and then Force, and we won't shuffle because I might be able to counter whatever he does. This Engineered Explosives we're going to keep for a little while as a way to interact with his board. We want him to only have one more land, and if he plays something relevant, we'll just counter it. I kind of like that. Maybe he'll play a Skull Clamp here. That wouldn't be ideal. I might counter a Skull Clamp. I am going to counter a Skull Clamp. And we have a Signal Pest. That makes things a little bit more frightening, but we don't have another land. That means it's time to send him back to square one. So we bought ourselves a little bit of time. Our next card's a Lotus Petal, which sucks, though. And the double Forbidden Orchard draw is never very good. We'll probably end up having to use these and the Engineered Explosives just to kill the Spirit. But we at least gave ourselves some time. Kind of. Yeah, I think I might have to do this now. I mean, that's bad, but I cut off damage to myself. I eliminate the Spirit and the Memnite. I'm going to do that. Yeah. I mean, we're going to wait a little bit. Do we do it during his upkeep so he can't play a Frogmite for 2? Yes. That is what we do. So we're down to 1 card in hand, though. So we've mana screwed him, but yeah, things are gonna start getting bad now. Okay, so I feel like my hope of winning this game is now over, unless we just top deck an Oath randomly, or Snow-Covered Island. That's fine too. We're gonna just pass the turn and hope we can rip an Oath in the next few turns, or something. He's going to be hitting us for 2. That's not extraordinary, but he's got to drop something relevant here. Memnite, not extraordinary, but the clock is getting harder to deal with, and we're just ripping lands. And we have to make more dudes for him. I don't know. I think this matchup is just terrible. An Oath gives him an extra attack. It's just bad. I might not want to take damage from this to put me at a multiple of 4 life. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. We can't do anything about that. If he plays something, though, that's insane here, then... Yeah, I'm not going to crack this. I don't want to go to a multiple of 4. Wow. Okay, this is why I hate playing Oath, because things like this happen. That's horrible. And we're going to pass the turn, I guess. At this point, even if I Oath next turn, then he attacks me and puts me at 1, and Emrakul doesn't save me. Plus, there's a Lodestone, which, I mean, that just makes things a little worse, I guess. Now I might as well crack the Flooded Strand, because... what do I want to draw here, really? I guess we're going to crack this so we don't draw a card with it. That's fine. I guess we want to draw... Island Sanctuary, ironically. Propaganda? That doesn't even do anything. We just lose anyway. I'll find a Tundra. I think this is over. Day late, $1 short, right? Yeah, so we'll play it and be asses about it. That's fine. All right. So, our draw was not great. His was not great either, though, and we lost anyway. Island Sanctuary is fun, though. Let's look at his sideboard and see what he can do here. So we might go 1 and 2 here. That wouldn't be very strong. He only has still the 1 spine in his deck. So I'm going to keep the Island Sanctuary in. This comes out. Elish Norn goes in. Balance goes in for sure. Recall goes in. Missteps, Energy Flux, Supreme Verdicts. All these things go in. So we've got a lot to change here. What do we want to keep? I think I want to keep Emrakul in. I don't think Progenitus is very strong here, but I think Elish Norn is. Jace is too slow. I'm just cutting it. We have to cut 9 more cards. Island Sanctuary can't really trump him, unfortunately. Propaganda, Energy Flux, Detention Sphere. The Detention Sphere is not very strong. Propaganda is fine. Pongified, Rapid Hybridization are terrible. I guess they can eliminate a Lodestone Golem, but that's not very good anyway. Pithing Needle is pretty good against him. It's like, I don't know, it's like Curse Totem, but a little different. Mana Drain is actually a little slow against him, and I'm considering cutting it. Though it can boost me into something, maybe? I don't know. I'll cut him. I don't think it's very strong. And then over here, we need to cut a couple more things. My thought is on this... Do I even have that? Yeah, I've got enough fetch effects to make Brainstorm relevant. We could cut like a Lotus Petal because ramping is not that strong here, always. I mean, you can like first turn something. I don't know. Just doesn't seem very good to me. Spell Snare is fine, even though being reactive is bad. This sideboard actually doesn't look extraordinary. Hurkyl's Recall doesn't even do much against Affinity, really. I mean, I guess it like can slow them down a little bit, but it's not that strong. I guess you can cast it through a Tangle Wire. I'm actually interested potentially in cutting one of the Enlightened Tutors because it's very slow, and we don't have a trump available, really. We've got like Energy Flux. I don't know, maybe that means we keep it. Okay, let's cut a Recall, keep 1 in. But the plan here is going to be to Supreme Verdict, because that worked out so well. I cut the other Hurkyl's Recall. This is fine. It's Brainstorm hand, which is okay. I fully expect my Brainstorm to have to go off on his turn when he Wastelands Tundra, but that's okay. Alright. So, did I shoot myself in the foot by telling everybody about Island Sanctuary? Maybe. Maybe I did. That would be okay. If we had to pack in the Classic Invitational early and go hang out with Enderfall streaming, that wouldn't be the end of the world. Alright, so he's got to choose whether or not to mulligan here. He did, so that gives me a fighting chance. I'm also on the play, so, I mean, I should be able to win this game. Alright. If I can't win this, it's bad news for me, I would go so far as to say. Mana Crypt, that's actually hard to deal with, but hopefully we can counter Genesis Chamber. We can Engineered Explode both those things. That's pretty strong. So Spell Snare or Brainstorm here. I take it he's going to Wasteland. No. So that only adds 1. This is 3. This is going to be a Tangle Wire. God, I hope not. That would be that would be like one of the scariest things he could do here. He's also got revokers, I think, right? Yeah, so those could name engineered explosives, and those would be bad for me. There's one right there. So screw that guy. I'm countering it right now so that it can't name explosives. And a skull clamp. All right. So I think I go for a mana disruption plan here. I don't know if that's going to work, but he doesn't have very many cards in his hand. I'm actually going to keep the Forbidden Orchard in my hand. We are going to crack an explosives for 0 on his upkeep. All right. So pass the turn, and hope that, like, of the remaining 3 cards he's going to have in his hand at that point, that nothing cool can be done with them. Let's see. He won. That's too bad. Let's blow this up. This brings him down to 0 mana, which is good. But we aren't in a great situation. We're solely dependent on what we see for the next 3 cards of the Brainstorm. And hopefully one of them is a Wasteland or Strip Mine. Because this has the potential to ruin everything I just worked so hard for. So what's he going to play for 3? No! Tanglear! Ah! All right. I am going to... We're going to float both these, because there's no reason not to. Green doesn't do anything. We can't tap anything down. No, we are going to Brainstorm during my upkeep, even though it's abysmal. Found a miss. Okay, so we actually found things that are relevant, and this Strip Mine is definitely one of them. So what do we not want here? I don't think we care that much about this Forbidden Orchard. I don't even think we want to see it. And we want these cards, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just draw the Flooded Strand next turn. And we did actually manage to see exactly what we were hoping for, which was a Strip Mine or a Wasteland. And we're going to drop that now and destroy his Vac. Or his Workshop. And so we're in this game. We also have Force of Will and Mental Misstep backup. But, you know, we're going to be tapping stuff down for a little while. So there's that. Let's see what he's got. Strip Mine. I don't even know if he wants to use it right now. Waiting makes sense, but that's not the worst thing in the world. So we'll tap down both these things, sure. Yep, there's that Forbidden Orchard, which I wish we could have thrown away, but we couldn't. Alright, so with Strip Mine out, searching for a basic doesn't do anything right now, though it does force him to use the Strip Mine on it if he wants to kill it. Yeah. Okay, he's back in business, mana-wise, but he's only got 1 card in hand that does anything. So there's that, too. We don't need to crack this, and drawing lands is not horrible right now, so let's tap our Tundra and our Savannah. Maybe we'll draw a Brainstorm, and, you know, I guess drawing lands is pretty horrible right now that I think about it more. Alright, so let's play I guess let's just play a Tundra, whatever, pass the turn. Eventually we'll just be able to hard cast Force, I guess. He's got 3 mana available, and he's going to have 2 cards in hand. There's a Wasteland. That's not ideal. What is this? Lodestone. I don't think letting that resolve is a good idea, so we're cracking these. So be it. He's down to 0 cards in hand. At this point, do I want to break this? I don't think I do yet. I think that's just wrong to do. Morally wrong. And that's why. Alright, so we're going to cast this right now. So here's the question. Do I keep this Wasteland? I think I do. Again, I don't think I want these Forbidden Orchards, really. I just want them to go away. Because if I find the Oath, like, he has to play creatures to win, right? I guess he could play them all in 1 turn. Just don't need that yet. Maybe I'll go back and keep 1, but I don't think so. So I can kill Strip Mine. I think killing the Ancient Tomb is the clear answer here. Yeah, I'm doing it. Alright. Not sure if that's right, but he can strip mine whatever he wants. I don't give a hoot. Let's just hope he doesn't play something. That's actually really good for him. So let's bust this brainstorm, see what we find. See what we see. Because if I find a mental misstep, I suppose I can't cast it. Supreme Verdict. That's eventually going to do something. What do we want out of these cards? I guess the Forbidden Orchard we'll keep. Because, you know, it's so good with Skull Clamp. Yep. So now we want him to drop all his dudes, keep our lands alive, and then we Supreme Verdict, I guess. He just played a Swamp. That's funny. So his Skull Clamp situation is going to be very difficult for us to deal with here. That Tangle Wire is going to go on an Arcbound Ravager, probably. I think he kills probably 2 of our lands here. I shouldn't have used that Brainstorm there, because now I'm going to... Yeah, we don't have to tap anything at least. I see the Supreme Verdict at least. I don't think I Supreme Verdict right now. It's worth considering, though. Like, it really is. Because each Arcbound Ravager right now that he plays could give him 2 cards. Like, he could go all out and go crazy in a turn. So I'm actually strongly considering Supreme Verdicting the 1 Ravager so he can't use it to draw any cards. That makes Gaia's Cradle not do anything. Like, he could top deck something, sure, but this at least prevents him from top decking multiple things. I think this is right. Did I just tap Savannah wrong? Yes, I did. Okay, that's fine. What a bizarre game. Alright. So, yeah, this thing just goes away. That's fine. We still are just hoping he doesn't top deck anything good. Mishra's Factory is not horrible. That has effects on the game. And we want to crack our fetch here. Yeah, we're going to find a basic. And there's an Enlightened Tutor. So, I think what I'm probably going to do is play the Forbidden Orchard. And he could kill that, I don't know. Maybe? I don't even know if he cares to. But then EOT, if I have the chance, I'm going to Enlighten Tutor and find an Oath. Probably. Unless Energy Flux is just better, but I don't necessarily think it is. He could create a situation, too, where he's actually Oathing, which is pretty dangerous. There's a Signal Pest. So we don't even need to make him Oath. He's going to probably Skull Clamp that, though. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. He can draw a bunch of cards, and maybe he can... Oh, God. Okay, well, that changes things. So now do we just find Energy Flux? I guess. I think we probably do. That's really disappointing. Yeah, we'll find this. It's not obviously even that extraordinary of a play at this point, but it's something. Let's tap correctly. Let's be smart about this and tap non-basics. Okay, So this does not just end the game by any means, but it at least makes it much more difficult for him to start doing things and to attack me if he wants to keep his stuff out. I would, if I were him, I would want to keep that Skull Clamp and that Grafdigger's Cage. But at least this means he needs to start pushing back very quickly. Okay, so we let the Clamp die, which is interesting. He's not going to let Cage die. How many of those does he have? 4, of course. Alright. So we're almost in... we want to draw another land and just hardcast an Elishnorn at this point. Sounds stupid, but that's what we want to do. I'm going to keep that in my hand, though. Might need to play it after a Tangle Wire or something. Yeah, and every turn that we draw something dead is worse and worse and worse for us now. And it is funny that what we want to see is an Elishnorn. Very funny. It would be a pretty cool game if we got to hardcast one of those, though. I guess he could Spine of Ishzat eventually. Or maybe he'll just kill us with his factory. That would be exciting, too. Alright, I have no complaints about that. This means that I have to play the Trop Island, because if he kills 2 lands, now I can still hardcast Force. Alright. Yep, this is going to keep happening. Maybe I should have gotten an Oath. Because now I need to find an Oath and a way to eliminate the Cage, eventually, I guess. God. We don't want to keep drawing cards like that, because eventually something horrifying is going to happen to us. Or we're just going to lose to Mishvac. That's also bad. Yep. Come on, man. Alright. Anything? Nope. What do we draw? Please no more land! We're not going to crack this. We can't afford to. Because it cuts a turn off of our clock. I really, really would love to rip Elishnorn. That would be so satisfying. As it stands, we're just going to lose drawing lands to this Mishra's Factory. I don't want that to happen. That would be bad. No more land, please? Alright. I'll cast that happily. That's pretty funny. Alright, good. And I will play this, in case he blows up a land. Okay, so he let the Cage die. I guess so he could attack this turn? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's fair. So he's still gonna kill me. Probably. We need to definitely draw something good here. We definitely don't want to draw something terrible. He's probably gonna play another Cage right now, right? He's got 7 cards in his hand. What do we see? A mental misstep. Okay. Ship it. We're going to go down to 1 here. God. Alright, yep. That's a dude. Put me at 1. Let's remember not to touch our windswept heath at all. Why did he do that? That has to be an accident, right? You don't need to pay for the... You don't need to tap the Wasteland. Okay, I see. That's fine. Yep. I'll go to 1. Now let's see what happens. Nothing. Alright. Something, please? Lotus Petal. Wow. So we just lost, we drew nothing for like 5 turns. All right. I don't know what to say. He just killed us by attacking for like 7 turns in a row with a Mishra's Factory. That was horrible. All right. So we are now 1 and 2, and that sounds like food being delivered. So I will see you guys later.